The long wait is over, and we're about to witness one of the most intense periods in the Yellowstone saga. The premiere of 1923 Season 2 will deliver significant events, emotional turns, and powerful drama. Spencer Dutton's return to Montana is just the beginning, and the Duttons are about to face challenges unlike any they've encountered before. With rising tensions and a conflict looming over the Dutton Ranch, nothing will remain the same. The events that have been building since Season 1 are about to reach their peak, and these insights will keep you engaged. Get ready for a detailed look into what 1923 Season 2 Episode 1 offers and why it's essential viewing. The first episode of 1923 Season 2 begins with a much-anticipated return that fans have been waiting for since the end of Season 1. Spencer Dutton, the character we've been following, is finally on his way back to Montana. It's a return that will set the course for the rest of the season. The opening moments will have you focused on every detail as Spencer reunites with his family after a long separation. However, the return is not without its emotional weight. Spencer has endured difficult experiences since leaving Montana, surviving the Great War, navigating challenges in Europe, and dealing with the trauma he has faced. Now, as he returns to Dutton Land, the impact of everything he's been through is evident. However, Spencer is not returning to a peaceful Montana. The ranch is in danger, and Spencer is aware of it. This is not just about family, it's about protecting everything the Duttons have worked for. Spencer's voiceover from the trailer highlights the stakes of his return. In Montana, there's a war over my family's land, and they're losing it. I know what to do. I'm coming home. As the episode progresses, we see Spencer struggle to adjust to a world that has changed. The Montana he remembers is different. It's a challenging place, and there's conflict within the Dutton family as well. Spencer finds himself in the middle of a battle to save the ranch from powerful forces, with Donald Whitfield waiting to take the land. Spencer will have to confront both the physical challenges of his return and the emotional scars from his time away. The connection between Spencer and his past, his family, his legacy, and the land will be tested. This return is about more than just Spencer's homecoming. It's about preparing for a major conflict. As the episode reaches its climax, you'll realize that this is just the beginning. Spencer's journey back to Montana is only the start, and the real conflict for the Dutton Ranch has just begun. With Spencer's return to Montana, the stage is set for a significant conflict in the Yellowstone universe. This is a battle for the future of the Dutton family. As Episode 1 progresses, the Duttons are involved in a conflict that will test their loyalty, resilience, and the core of what it means to be a Dutton. Spencer's return is a sign that the fight for survival is on, and this conflict involves both external forces and the values that have defined the family. Donald Whitfield has become a significant threat to the Duttons. His determination to take the Dutton land is strong, and Episode 1 provides a glimpse of his capabilities. Whitfield is not just a businessman, he's a determined individual who will do anything to take control of the Yellowstone Ranch. His statement, "It's time to build an army," is a warning. Whitfield is gathering forces, and the Duttons are his main target. As Spencer returns to the land, he becomes the Duttons' hope in the fight against Whitfield. However, the conflict involves more than just Spencer. Jacob Dutton is also taking a more active role in the battle. The episode shows him preparing to leave the ranch to find Spencer, knowing that uniting with him is the only way to save the family. Even as Jacob makes this journey, he faces a world that is more dangerous than before. The pressure of leadership is significant, and the constant threat makes every decision feel important. The Dutton family has always been known for their ability to fight against challenges, but in Season 2 Episode 1, that fight takes on a new intensity. The tension between Whitfield's forces and the Duttons' defense will create a situation that affects everyone. Every family member will have to make difficult choices, and the stakes are high. As the conflict for the Dutton Ranch intensifies, alliances will be tested, old issues will resurface, and the survival of the family will be at stake. This episode sets the tone for the entire season, with the Duttons caught between the past they're trying to protect and the future they must fight for. Whitfield's threat is real, and Spencer's return is the only hope for the Duttons to regain control of their future. However, the path ahead is difficult, and the cost of victory could be high. The first episode of Season 2 is the start of a conflict that will shape the future of the Dutton family. While the external conflict for the Dutton Ranch is central in 1923 Season 2 Episode 1, the internal struggles within the family are also important. The Duttons may be related, but they still face internal conflict. As the episode progresses, it becomes clear that this season will explore the emotional challenges each Dutton family member faces and how their internal struggles affect the overall fight for survival. Jacob Dutton is torn between his duty to the family and the sacrifices that come with leadership. Jacob has always been a leader who is willing to fight, but as the pressure increases, he is forced to confront his own fears. His journey to find Spencer is about both family loyalty and his own sense of identity. Throughout Episode 1, Jacob faces moments of vulnerability that show a different side of him. We see the impact of years of conflict on him. His decision-making is affected by exhaustion, and the weight of his legacy feels constant. The relationship between Jacob and his wife, Kara, is also a focus in the first episode. Kara is forced to consider the possibility of losing Jacob. Their bond is tested as Kara faces her own emotional challenges. The episode shows Kara's vulnerability, highlighting that even strong bonds are tested when the Duttons are fighting for survival. Meanwhile, Elizabeth and Jack's personal struggles take a difficult turn after Elizabeth's loss. Elizabeth's grief is evident, and her inner turmoil affects their relationship. Jack is also affected, but he struggles to show his feelings. The couple's emotional distance grows as they deal with their grief. The cracks in their relationship are evident, and fans will wonder if they can overcome their shared trauma. The younger generation, specifically Jack and Elizabeth, face internal struggles. Jack's loyalty to his family is strong, but his devotion to Elizabeth complicates his decisions. The idea of balancing personal loss and the family's needs becomes a central theme. Their relationship may become the emotional core of the season. Alexandra's presence becomes more important after her separation from Spencer in Season 1. Alexandra is a key part of the family dynamic. Her return in Episode 1 adds new layers to Spencer's return. She is a representation of his future. Her pregnancy adds to the emotional complexity of the season. Spencer's desire to reunite with her is clear, but the implications of their relationship create greater stakes for the season. The Duttons' internal struggles are significant because they affect the larger conflict. Spencer's return could change everything for Jacob and Kara. These internal conflicts are as powerful as the external battles. A family divided from within is vulnerable. There's also a sense of unease regarding the power struggle within the family. As they face Whitfield, there are questions about Jacob's leadership or Spencer's ability to lead them. These tensions create an undercurrent of betrayal. As the Duttons fight to save their land, new alliances begin to form. We see Kara and Jacob fighting together. New characters, like Anne Fawcett, are introduced as potential factors in the battle for the ranch. Her presence in Episode 1 is significant. At first, she appears to be an outsider, but her motivations may align with the Duttons' cause. New characters add complexity to the situation. Hillary, a character who emerges as a voice of reason, questions the moral cost of conflict. She challenges the Duttons to consider their legacy. Her character provides a fresh perspective. As we approach the end of 1923 Season 2 Episode 1, the stakes are high. The first episode sets the stage for an emotional season. The conflict for the Yellowstone Ranch is a battle for survival, legacy, and identity. By the end of this episode, the pieces are set for significant decisions. The episode takes a dark turn as the focus shifts to the conflict between the Duttons and Donald Whitfield. Whitfield has become a powerful force. His ruthless nature makes him dangerous. His statement, "It's time to build an army," highlights his intentions. The harsh winter in Montana mirrors the Duttons' struggle. Whitfield's plans are strong, and his determination makes him a significant threat. The conflict will involve both physical and emotional challenges. Throughout Episode 1, we see cracks in the Duttons' unity. There's a sense of fear within the family. Jacob's leadership is questioned. Jacob is forced to make choices that could affect his relationships. This is a turning point where we see Jacob dealing with the weight of his legacy. His decisions will have significant consequences. Jacob and Kara have a moment of reflection, where Jacob opens up about his fears. There's a sense of dread as Jacob's vulnerability is shown. This moment adds depth to Jacob's character. Spencer's return is both a welcome addition and a source of complication. While he offers hope for the Duttons' survival, his presence also disrupts the delicate balance within the family. Having spent years away, Spencer has transformed into a man marked by both heroism and deep scars. His return to Montana is not just about reclaiming his place, it's about confronting the trauma he's endured. Spencer's love for Alexandra is a driving force, but the harsh reality of the ranch war forces him to choose between his personal desires and his familial duty. His internal struggle is as significant as the external battles he faces. Will Spencer revert to his former self, or will the conflict consume him from within? Alexandra's role becomes increasingly vital as Spencer's emotional anchor. Her pregnancy adds another layer of complexity to the already fraught dynamics of the Duttons' fight for survival. This potential beacon of hope also becomes a source of profound tension, as the uncertainty surrounding their future, coupled with the Duttons' past losses, suggests a potentially tragic outcome. Will Spencer and Alexandra forge a future together, or will they be torn apart by the forces that have claimed so many lives? In addition to Spencer and Alexandra, Elizabeth and Jack's relationship continues to evolve in unexpected ways. Their shared grief over the miscarriage is just the beginning of their emotional burdens. This loss shapes their future, creating a rift between them. Jack finds himself torn between supporting Elizabeth and protecting the family. Their relationship serves as a stark reminder that in the Yellowstone universe, suffering is universal. Their journey will be marked by immense pain, but also by love and hope, a small but significant act of humanity in a world of violence. Perhaps the most poignant storyline is the emotional toll of the war itself. Despite their fierce defense of their land, the Duttons are weighed down by the violence and destruction. This is evident in their quiet moments, the shared glances between Jacob and Kara, and the sorrow in Spencer's eyes. The battle for survival is not just physical, it's psychological. As warriors, they are also human, marked by love, loss, and heartbreak. Can they find peace, or will they be consumed by revenge? This theme permeates 1923 Season 2, adding emotional depth to the show. As the episode concludes, the stage is set for an all-out war, with emotional stakes running high. The Duttons are fighting for their future and their souls. The impending battle for the Yellowstone Ranch is about more than just survival. It's about the legacy they will leave behind. Will they be remembered as victors, or will they be haunted by their choices? 1923 Season 2 is shaping up to be a compelling journey, filled with drama, heartbreak, and intense battles. With Spencer's return, unexpected tragedies, and a war unlike any seen before, this season promises to be unforgettable. Now, what are your thoughts? What are you most excited about for 1923 Season 2? Are you anticipating Spencer's return, or do you expect more heartbreak for the Duttons? Do you believe Alexandra and Spencer will make it through, or will tragedy strike again? Share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more updates.